Hello, good to see you guys live here on Becker Logistics, Jim Becker, live on LinkedIn. I just wanted to talk to you guys about the importance of leaders helping their team and advance in their careers. So the question is how do we go ahead and set that up so that we are really just helping everyone as they're moving forward? So today I really just wanted to talk to you about that. How do we really help that team move forward? So, as we talk about why every employer out there really needs to place their employees' professional development at the heart of their company policy. Really. So when we're looking at this, how are you really setting up each one of your employees in the process of really meeting and exceeding their expectations? Their workers really expect it. All of our workers expect it. Talented professionals want to work for a company that will help them to build their skills, their knowledge, and really help them create the future in their own career. Are your employees feeling that way? Are you setting up learning and development? Are you really creating a pathway for their success into the future? If so, then fantastic. Things are going in the right directions. Now, managers shouldn't minimize the importance of supporting their employees' career advancement. If they do, they risk undermining the morale and the productivity by leaving talented workers feeling like they aren't valued. And in the long term, the company could face the loss of these, you know, I guess you could say tawdry employees because they're feeling really tawdry throughout this whole experience, and they may leave to go to their competitors, to your competitors. So to show your coworkers that they do have both the company and their manager and the leaders support in their desire to grow professionally, consider applying the following strategies that I've created here for you guys today. These will really help you promote the development of each one of your employees. First off, take a professional interest in employee career goals. How do you do that? First, if you're managing a remote team, you know how important it is to communicate on a frequent basis with your coworkers. That interaction should include meeting on a regular basis with your team members. Think of this as like doing one-on-ones. We do one-on-ones with our team members. Each manager works with each one of their span of control each week for an hour so that they can stay tuned in for their career aspirations and expectations. This kind of manager support can help your staff feel valued each and every week as they're going through the process and they're being heard, and lead to a greater productivity and loyalty. Now, if you're already doing this, you've seen this along the way. For the other people that haven't done this, this will help you and your employees outline a potential career path within the organization so that they can be better, visualize the future at the company and where they're at on this future growth. Identify specific milestones for achievement and the supporting resources for the employees. And the employees will likely need to tap along their journey. See, if you have a learning management system, it can really help them. We use 3PL LMS, and it really helps us with the learning management. And you need to really have clear and direct, consistent communication from the boss about the career advancement steps that they can really take and how we can help workers feel more engaged. Next is promoting and training development of each one of your employees. How do you promote and train your employees each and every week? So when you look at this, next, the job training and the continuing education can help to fuel the employee's career growth. So you'll want to encourage team members to really pursue relevant business courses and workshops that will further their career advancement. See, some situations, managers never even took Excel at business school or for their bachelor's degree or even in college. Now's the time to go ahead and take that course on Excel to really put some education or knowledge back into your mind so that you're able to really communicate better with the people that you're managing. See, virtual learning opportunities are a must for many teams right now. It really is. And fortunately, there are affordable options available. Even if budgets are leaner at the moment, keep in mind that the investment in an employee and their career development can deliver a strong return on investment for your business and for your team. In addition to nurturing individuals' needs and growing specific skills, help your employees keep up with what's happening in the wider industry. One cost effective method that's easy to arrange is to host a lunch and learn session by video, featuring either like an external or internal guest speaker. Also, give your employees the time and flexibility to engage in the industry events. Consider asking those workers to share what they learned at these events with their colleagues. Usually, this could be a material that could last up to 1 to 2, maybe even 3 months, a full quarter. Once they get that information, they bring it back. The best way of really memorizing material is not only learning it, but also teaching it. Once you teach it, it's usually yours there to keep for life. The next is encourage mentoring and job shadowing. And today, in a virtual environment, job shadowing is kind of tough because a lot of us are on Zoom or we're in different offices. Another thing is to try establishing a formal mentoring program. How great would that be for a new employee to come into your business and say, hey, this is your mentor for the next 6 months? It might be one of the smartest moves a company can really make at any time for itself as well as its coworkers. Personnel and the professional development and growth that could happen with an individual when they do have a mentor. Mentoring can also be an effective tool for onboarding remote staff if you are in a remote environment. Though often seen as a transfer of knowledge from tenured team members to less seasoned employees, mentoring is a two-way street. What should happen is that employees should be learning gainful knowledge from this manager or mentor, as well as this mentor learning from this employee. See, it's a dual role. Both people are learning on this journey. One, how to teach or how not to teach something, or how to deliver information or how to mentor versus how not mentoring. Success is 98% failure. And when you're really in the trenches of mentoring, you're going to see this. And it really helps grow. While senior staff members can offer hard-earned insights and professional guidance to less experienced colleagues, they also can benefit from the fresh perspective and technological know-how of up-and-coming employees. It's great to have some influence and a way to fill their cups with knowledge as they're moving forward. Another one is to rotate employees' roles. As you know, the human brain thrives on variety. I suggest you also try out job rotation. It's a smart way to shake up your workers' daily routine, considering allowing each employee to work in different but related departments or positions, so that a job rotation program can actually help to facilitate this. These opportunities will help your team members gain new skills and more appreciation for their colleagues and their duties, as well as better understanding of the business. Here's a prime example. Running into a situation where you're asking for more credit as a salesperson for a certain customer, but then flipping for a week and seeing what accounting's like so that you can actually say, oh, this is what my colleagues are dealing with on the accounting side when I do ask for an extra $1 million of credit for this customer. What's really going on in the background? How long does it take us to churn those monies on the age accounts receivable into really cash on hand? So this really, the job rotation can be such an effective way to increase that cross-department collaboration. And if you could do that, it's really going to benefit throughout your whole company. and enterprise. And the last one I have before I do this, just if there's any questions, comments, or concerns, please do reach out to me. Just put a comment in there in the chat and I'll answer it for you guys. But you need to create a succession plan. And succession planning, as a CEO, I've been working my way out of departments or roles for quite some time now. And all of that came from creating a succession plan. When you create that succession plan, it's really letting the next person that's stepping into that role to help them with what they have to uncover throughout their career. Also, it empowers them to do what they need to do. One of the most important things you can do for your employees is having that succession planning program. Don't leave it up to them. Don't empower them right away to do it. Give them the framework and then empower them to really look at what is it in their role that really, where it takes them to really think about it. Put it on paper instead of just having it all up here, right? Succession planning can demonstrate a high potential employees that you not only want to invest in their professional development, but also see them evolving into the future leaders at your organization. See, creating a succession plan for every key position in your organization can really help you. It can help motivate employees to learn the skills and the knowledge needed for their own career advancement. See, your employees will be better positioned to achieve their career goals if they know that they have managers that support them. And even more, if the team is working remotely right now, it is still possible to make a professional development and career advancement high priorities for that business unit. Emphasizing the employee's career growth can create significant and lasting benefits for your workers. It can also help position your company to even more be even more competitive out there in the workplace. So when you're working on this, really think, how can, especially in growth mode, when you look at Becker Logistics, we're pretty much doubling each and every year. And as we're doubling, last year I think we were 167 million, 167 million. This year we'll do 280 to 300 million. So as we're doubling and doubling, we're taking the people that really want to advance their careers and promoting them within the organization. That's bringing our company to the next level, allowing those tenure people to continue to build that tenure as we're moving forward. And those newer people gives them a pathway to really succeed as we move forward. So let's take a look and see what type of comments that we have or questions as we're out here in our studio out in Scottsdale, Arizona. So let's go ahead and see what we got. So first off, good evening. Well, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you guys are at. It's about 10 after here in Scottsdale, Arizona. So I have one here. We lead by example. We learn by doing. We must have patience, calm, and spirit, and sacrifice. Absolutely. Very well said, Ina. Most of us we must involve the process of growing the company for everyone. Absolutely. If we're not growing the company for everyone, it's very, I don't know, kind of like we're going backwards. So think of it this way. You're either growing or dying. Choose. Which one do you want to do? Grow or die? So if you continue growing, you have to look, how do you grow as an individual or as a business? Usually by growing as a business, you have to help your employees grow. You have to educate them. You have to give them the knowledge. You have to give them the awareness. See, that's what ignorance is. Ignorance is the absence of knowledge, education, and awareness. Look it up in Webster. It's unbelievable. So if you want the opposite of ignorant, then you need to have knowledge. You have to have education. You have to have awareness. See, going to college, getting your degree when you're 21, 22 years old, and then just saying, hey, I got my degree, I'm all set. No, it's continuously learning. I'm 52 years old and I'm continuously learning. I'm reading several books a month. That gives me the knowledge and education that I need. Now, the awareness, I have to get that somewhere else, not just out of a book. In some cases, it is awareness. So great. I love that. Thank you. In what ways do you offer employees career development at Becker Logistics? Well, first off, you have to reach out to your human resource department. Once you reach out to your human resource department here at Becker or your company, find out what that career advancement pathway is. Who's accountable to it, right? Who's that one person that has that accountability? They should have that platform already set up. For us, it's reaching out to the head of our HR director, right? Reach out to the HR director. He or she will lead you through that pathway. Usually takes 1, 2 years, or 3 years. And usually you have to have so many years here at Becker Logistics or at your company before that pathway is set. But communicating that to the HR director will really set that up and truly bring your true attentions forward. And then usually with us, we have a learning management system in our 3PL LMS that will put you on a pathway to learn the videos that we've set up. It's videos as well as books, as well as written information. So once you go through that process, really see what's needed there moving forward. Let's see if we have more. We do have a few more. This is great. So I got another great. So that's great. I love it. Good points on succession planning. Need one for myself. Absolutely. You know, the best way of looking at that, Ivan, is start writing down. This is for all of you out there. Take a notebook, right, and write up at the top of it what today's date is. Write down whatever time you start. I start at 5 a.m. So 5 a.m., 5:30, 6:30. Do it all by half hours. If you really want to get technical, if you're really like, where do I spend all my time? Do it by quarter hours. Because usually something takes about a quarter hour. Sometimes it might take more. But if you break it up in quarter hours, it's going to really help you. Identify what you do each day all week. At the end of the week, put it into boxes. How much time are you spending in each one? And are you going through all your accountabilities? Are you doing things attached to your accountabilities? Reach out to your manager or HR director. Really find out what all your accountabilities are for each one of your things and then move forward from there. All right? Try that out and see what happens. And last one, I've tried to explain this very concept several times. Thank you, Jonathan. That's great. And it's really important. The way I look at it is you're trying to work your way out of a job. If you go to your manager or the CEO, even you as yourself as an entrepreneur, what is it that you do each day and what pieces are you really, really good at? Those are the pieces that you give up. Give those up to somebody else. You as that leader that exercises leadership as your natural self-expression, take those things that you're not good at and learn how to do those things, right? And become excellent at it. Once you get excellent at it, give it away and you move on to the next bigger and better thing. So let's get to the conclusion. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. Any more I'll get to after this and then into the afternoon. What you're really doing here is really helping and supporting your team members by moving from an entry level position to an expert level position. What are those rungs as you're moving up? I call it the 7 levels of success. See, move them up the ladder and promote within your company. You saw the potential when you hired them, right? Now, if you want to keep them, help them move up the rungs of the ladder in the career within your company. Otherwise, they'll move up and out and somewhere else. See, company leaders should really start to rethink how they can help their employees advance in their careers. If you help others advance, you yourself will advance. With that, I want to thank you very much for tuning in today. Have a great week, a blessed week, and I will see you guys on our next live. Don't forget to follow and hit the little bell up at the top. Leave a comment. Thank you very much for coming. Have a blessed week, guys.